Let's say you have an RTX 3060 on a Ryzen setup, and you might be asking, do you really need to upgrade your old Ryzen CPU to the 5800X3D for Warzone? Let's find out. Right off the bat, this is our RTX 3060 paired with the 5800X3D on Warzone Competitive settings. Look at that FPS. Really impressive, right? Now let's try this again, but with DLSS. Now that's what I'm talking about. Let's scale this up once more to 1440p with Quality DLSS and see how it runs. And here we are with all three settings. Now, we all know these are just your theoretical runs. These A to B runs are good for comparing just these specific situations. The real measure is actually how the system performs on actual gaming scenarios. And we're going to talk and discuss all of that. But before we carry on, this video wouldn't be complete without our gameplay memes. And as always, try to focus more on our frame times rather than at FPS. Okay, let's go.
It's me, Mario! Bruh. Fuck. Bruh. Enemy spotted. Yoink. Run.
If we look back at our side-by-side run, we can see that there is a significant difference between all three modes. If 1080p is our baseline, adding Quality DLSS will increase our FPS by a whopping 18%, while increasing the resolution to 1440p with Quality DLSS will only decrease our FPS by 6.25%. However, this will also increase our visibility. At 1080p gameplay, things tend to be different. We see our FPS drops to around 110 on action scenes, frame times are decent and stable, and anything below 8 milliseconds for frame times is actually a good rating for competitive gaming. Our GPU is definitely maxed out here with VRAM at about 7GB and GPU power around 130 watts. When we add Quality DLSS, our FPS on action scenes tends to be really good. Look at that one. 140 to 150 plus, boys. Easy, like really easy. Frame times are very stable and GPU utilization is still maxed out, and we are using our EVGA XC RTX 3060 here, and the temperatures are good at about 67 degrees. Now, just disregard the RAM usage, boys. This is just Warzone being Warzone. Memory leak issues is still a thing for this game. When we raise our resolution to 1440p with Quality DLSS, our FPS tends to be below 110 now. However, frame times still remain stable, less than our golden 8 milliseconds, but it is still playable. The FPS is definitely affected by the increase of the pixel density here. One thing to note is that the 140 watts GPU power is becoming more and more common, whereas this wasn't present before our previous test. Overall, I think all three settings are playable. I can work around these three depending on the scenario. Maybe I might lean towards a 1080p with DLSS on this one. The only thing that I don't really like with DLSS is that you may get those shimmering scenes sometimes, shimmering issues, which can be really distracting at times. But I suppose that's the price to pay if you want better FPS. Now, unfortunately, I don't have an old Ryzen processor because I have already sold all of them, and I can't really compare it because I don't have those hardware. But what I did have was an Intel 10th gen processor. And I recently did this test with the same GPU, and you can see the results right here. What I can say is that there is a clear difference between the two. Feel free to check this video out, and I'll see you guys over there.